What was your journey like? A lot of people may not know your journey. They just see the books, they see the awards, they see the training, all that jazz. Like, walk me through your life.
Early on, when I got out of school, when I was in school, I worked for several companies. So I worked all the way through college. So I pretty much had a full-time job, and I went to school full
So
time.
your parents were like, I'm going to give you all this money. You don't need to worry about anything.
Well, and the thing is, my parents, actually, this is a crazy story. When I first started school, my parents were paying for everything. Anthony came from, like, he had to work. Like, Anthony came from tough. Victor Antonio came from, as he says, poor. I came from an upper middle class family. My dad's an attorney, my mom is a nurse, and I had a really easy, good upbringing. I had a really nice family, good parents, taught me good lessons, taught me respect. So it wasn't like I was in a situation where I had to hard scrabble my way, bootstrap my way out. But in my freshman year, a couple of my roommates I was living with, they were having to work really hard. And at the time, my dad was paying for my rent and paying for school, and my food was taken care of, my car was taken care of. I worked at his law firm, clerking there, from time to time. And I just started noticing that, I just didn't feel like it was good for me. Like, I didn't feel like I was learning anything. I know this is weird, but I remember the day I stood in my parents' driveway and I told my dad, don't give me another dime. I'm going to figure this out on my own. And I kept working for him, and I wasn't like cutting myself off from my parents. I just said, don't give me any more money. I got to take responsibility and figure this out. So I did. And so I'm not saying my parents never helped me. They did,
Yeah, because you see it go the opposite, right? Like, if you're coming from a wealthy family or an upper class, middle class, whatever you coin it, you'll typically see the majority of people get lazier, not work as hard, but for some reason you've done the exact opposite. You've like massively scaled your activity, your intention, your work output.
I mean, I just needed to earn it, so I did. And look, my dad is a phenomenally successful man, one of the most respected jurists in the country, lectured at Emory, a judge. And awesome. One of my drives always was I wanted to make sure that I was honoring everything that he did for me by stepping up on what I'd been given. A lot of people talk about privilege these days, and I was privileged. I mean, I did have things that other people didn't have, but you honor that by stepping on it and moving to the next rung versus being comfortable in it. So for me, it was about going further than what my dad had ever done. And so for a lot of my youth, I was driven by being more successful than my parents. Like, that's what I wanted.